Hi everyone. I wanted to make a new, ooh, that's a better angle. I wanted to make a new video for you about driving for rideshare as a rookie, especially in New York City. And I just want to tell you that I've been driving for rideshare for New York City full time since January of this year. And I have to say, this is probably the worst economic decision I've ever made in my life, but I am having fun doing the work. So that's just me being completely honest. I'm having a very hard time making the salary that I used to make as an executive assistant in finance. And because I'm a grown-up and I have grown-up responsibilities, the money I make has been disappointing. In the beginning, the guarantees were great, but then those guarantees don't last, and I find that a lot of the quotas that Uber and Lyft ask you to achieve are impossible to achieve if you are a wife, a mother, and also a Screen Actors Guild actress, which I am. So I have other obligations, and I can't always put in my 8 hours when Uber and Lyft would have me do so. So that's why I'm having trouble making money, or enough money. But there aren't really a lot of options available in the corporate world for a woman in her mid-40s, because they can hire a 25-year-old to do your job badly and pay her about half the price. They cannot pay me any longer a salary that's commensurate with my experience. So that's how I ended up here. That's the long-winded version of how I ended up here. So the object is to make it fun. A lot of times I find that working at night is just easier than working during the day. At night, you are picking up a person from something they enjoy doing or taking a person to something they enjoy doing. People are more relaxed and more willing to let things go. They're not going to complain as much. Their expectations aren't as high. If you're picking up passengers during the day, which lately I have had to switch to because of my obligations as a mother, and so I've been driving more during school time when my daughter's in school, I find it to be much more difficult. Passengers are much more demanding. They are going to a job they hate. They are coming from a job they hate. They're going to a meeting that they're late for. The traffic is horrific. Everything is my fault as the driver, and it can be very difficult. So, rule number one, always, always, always be nice. No matter how unreasonable your passenger is being, always be nice. Always watch your mouth. My grandfather was a sailor, so whoo, some stuff can come out of me, but not when there's a passenger in my car. It's very, very important. So, doing it during the day in New York City, always more difficult. Okay, so getting back to driving at night and driving at night as a rookie, you will find that you're picking up a lot of drunk passengers in the beginning. As you become more and more experienced in Uber and your rating stays high for a consistent period of time, you'll notice that you don't pick up as many drunk passengers. It's interesting. There's an algorithm that is still a little bit of a mystery to me. Maybe some of you know more about that. So, dealing with a drunk passenger. Here's what I do. I have a very maternal way of speaking to people, so I can usually convince my drunk passenger to sit on a doggy wee-wee pad. Okay? This is very important because women especially, and I'm telling you as a woman myself, when we barf, very often we leak elsewhere, if you know what I mean. So, having your passenger sit on a doggy wee-wee pad is a really, really good idea. And the way I ask the question is, I say, it looks like maybe you've had a little too much to drink tonight. When you throw up, do you tend to tinkle a little? And very often a woman will tell you straight up, yeah, sometimes I do. And then you just say, hey, I've got a solution for that. I've got you covered. Please sit on this doggy wee-wee pad. And sometimes you have to help them and just put it underneath them. Then I hand them my self-manufactured most excellent barf bag. This is a Whole Foods bag, or as we mommies know it, a whole paycheck bag, lined with a kitchen, tall kitchen plastic garbage bag, okay? And then I just tape it, not all the way around because you want some flexibility. I just tape it, one piece of tape here, one piece of tape here, you know, just tape it on all four sides in one place. You don't want to tape it thoroughly all the way around because you want flexibility with the bag, because they're going to be with the bag, okay? You open it up all the way and you tell them, this is a great big target. Look at this. You hit this target, we're good. You don't hit this target, we're not so good, okay? This can save your patootie, let me tell you, because if you have a car with cloth seats, if somebody pukes in your car, you are done for the night. If you have a car with leather seats, you still, I mean, if you want to keep going, you're going to have to put on a pair of gloves and, you know, clean it up yourself. And that's dangerous. I mean, you've got hepatitis, you've got, you know, all kinds of things floating around in this city that you really don't want to touch. I recommend in New York City going to an all-night car wash to get your car cleaned. If you have leather seats, they'll clean it at 2 in the morning. They don't have a problem with it. If you have cloth seats, they only shampoo usually during the day. Depends on which place you go to. Those people in those 24-hour car washes here in New York City are sorcerers. I don't know what they do. They disinfect. It's like no one was ever in your car ever. And that's awesome. We do have that resource here in New York City. So if somebody pukes in your car, take pictures of it before you get it cleaned up. Send that to Uber. Uber reimburses you for that. I believe Lyft will do the same thing. And that's a good thing. And then take it to your 24-hour car wash and they will do the job for you. But if you want to avoid that, because it takes time out of your shift when this happens and you lose money even though you're being reimbursed for the mess, you are losing money if somebody pukes in your car and it doesn't go into the targets. So try to have those targets available. That's my advice to you about pukers in your car. I hope you find this helpful. And be safe out there, you guys. And if you're in your mid-40s like me and you're kind of stuck doing this for a while, just make it as fun as you can possibly make it. I'll have more to say about that later. Bye.